The Rockford IceHogs are back to work this evening and look to punch their ticket to the postseason as they welcome in the Manitoba Moose to BMO-Harris Bank Center. Hello, hockey fans. Joseph Zakrzewski once again with you for tonight's episode of IceHogs Warmup. Coming up on the program, we're going to hear from the coaching staff, go inside the locker room, hear from your favorite players as well, and come back live to the BMO and get you ready for the opening puck drop. Well, the IceHogs' magic number is just 1 point to clinch. They can do so with a victory or a point tonight against the Manitoba Moose. So let's take a look at the updated Central Division standings and see how it impacts the IceHogs rolling into the weekend. The IceHogs with a record of 35-27, 4-1, sit in fourth place of the Central Division, and they are just right there on the cusp of clinching a Calder Cup playoff berth. They're taking on the Manitoba Moose team that is already clinched. They got that X next to their name. They are in second place of the Central Division with a 38-22, 5-2 standing. And as I mentioned, the IceHogs' magic number just 1 point, and they can clinch a spot in the postseason with a win tonight against the Moose or an overtime or shootout point as well. But they could also receive some help from the Iowa Wild and Texas Stars, both of those teams battling here tonight. And if that game finishes in regulation or the Stars were to lose, the IceHogs will also find themselves in the playoffs. Hogs are looking to clinch their first playoff berth since their impressive run back in 2018. That would see them go all the way to the Western Conference Finals and also their sixth playoff berth in team history. And not just that, if the IceHogs grab the victory tonight and the Milwaukee Admirals, who are also in action this evening, they're taking on the Chicago Wolves. If the Admirals were to lose, the IceHogs can find themselves in third place of the Central Division, moving up the ladder, which would set up a fun 2-3 matchup in the postseason, which, ironically enough, would be against the Manitoba Moose. The Hogs are back to work after an exhausting 4-game and 5-day run this past week. They would go 2-2-0 with victories over the Manitoba Moose on Sunday and a win at Chicago on Tuesday. In their last outing, though, on Wednesday here at the BMO, they would just simply run out of gas, hosting the Grand Rapids Griffins and falling 5-3. It would delay their postseason party, but looking to redo that tonight here against the Moose. The Griffins would grab the game-winning tally in the final minute of the hockey game. Forward Evan Barrett, he's been on a hot streak for your IceHogs, a 5-game point streak coming in today with 3 goals and 4 assists. And forward Mike Hardman has picked up 3 goals in the last 2 games. But also forward Andre Altsberg-Makin, keep an eye on him. He's on a 3-game goal-scoring streak. IceHogs are going to need that offense against the Moose tonight. He's got 3 tallies over that run. For the Manitoba Moose, it was a quiet week for them, not nearly as busy as the IceHogs. They are back in action after hosting the Hogs in Winnipeg last Saturday and Sunday afternoon. They would earn a victory in game number 1, 3-2, but fall on Easter Sunday, 5-1. Forward Cole Meyer would have a big weekend against the IceHogs and comes into tonight with a goal and 2 assists in his last 3 contests. And the IceHogs looking to slow down Manitoba's leading scorer in Jeff Malott. He's got 38 points, 23 goals, and has 8 points with 4 goals, 4 assists in his last 9 games. And this is a Manitoba team that has very deep scoring. They have 13 players with 20-plus points, 8 of which have 28 or more points. So the scoring depth of the Manitoba Moose far and wide, and the IceHogs looking to slow down that attack this evening. In the head-to-head series, tonight is the 8th and final meeting between the two clubs, and the IceHogs lead this series 4-3 thanks to that big win on Easter Sunday last weekend. And they can claim the series tonight with a victory. And the Hogs have been fantastic against the Moose at BMO-Harris Bank Center. They are 3-0. In fact, that victory on Sunday in Manitoba would break the trend of the home team winning every game. That's right, the Moose had a 3-0 record against the IceHogs in Winnipeg prior to Easter Sunday. Well, the IceHogs are going to try and keep their hot streak at home against them this evening. Taking a peek at our Lou Backroad Automall 3 keys to the contest to success for your IceHogs tonight. Key number 1 is to be ready to attack with some early energy right off the opening puck drop. Doesn't necessarily mean they got to grab the first goal right away, but the IceHogs going to have to keep the Manitoba Moose back on their heels. And key number 2 is to be relentless. That kind of feeds off of key number 1, but especially in the offensive zone. The Manitoba Moose in game 1 out in Winnipeg did a great job of limiting the IceHogs' time in the attacking end, but the Hogs able to bounce back in game number 2 with that relentless attack. And they did so with key number 3, to force turnovers. They forced Manitoba's backline to cough up the puck plenty of times, which created sustained offensive opportunities and plenty of chances on net. So with those 3 keys, if the IceHogs can be successful tonight, it's going to be a fun night at BMO-Harris Bank Center, and they punch their ticket to the Calder Cup playoffs. Well, coming up on IceHogs World, we're going to hear from the coaching staff and your favorite players and get you ready for the opening puck drop. It's the IceHogs and Moose here at the BMO on a Saturday night. What could be better? So stay tuned for more IceHogs Warm-Up.